What if we have to find pinpointed people and not waste our time on sifting through people who are not important for us? Can we solve that problem in 2 or 3 simple steps? Radhya, over to you.
Awesome. Hey everyone. As Shanta said, I mean, we've all looked out for the right, tried to look out for the right people at the right company at the right time. And it's really like walking a tightrope. I mean, if you open up the gates, you get too many irrelevant people. If you just try to close them, you end up always living in the fear that, hey, maybe I'm just missing out a few people. So over here, I'll just share my screen and try to build out something to solve this problem very quickly. Let me know if my screen is visible.
It is Radhya.
Awesome. So I'll just go into nRev and create a workflow from scratch. Of course, you can build this with a AI builder as well. But in order to, just really get intimate around how it gets built out, I'll do it myself manually. So in order to just start off, I'll just say that maybe we can just start by searching people. So I'll just type in search people. Awesome. I have something. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. So let's say I want to find the relevant people for nRev at a company called, let's say, Price Labs. So I'll just type in their domain. I'll add in a bunch of keywords, let's say sales, GTM, RevOps, founders, chief, because we want to go for the C-suite people. I'll even go with operations,
Let's put it in
marketing.
revenue as well.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, we just want to show how
Yeah.
wide a
So
net you can cast.
so here, I'm just trying to, cast a big net. I've even let in a word like operations in, and I'm also going to include similar titles. And then let's say, yeah, I think we're good. I'll just run this. So it very quickly will get me a bunch of people. Yeah, and it's done. So I received 34 people that might be relevant for me, along with all their relevant information like the name, title, where they live, some stuff about their organization, etc. So now, but obviously, since I opened up the gates, I want to control it, and I just want to ensure that all the people present actually belong to my relevant persona. So for this, I'll try to classify them into the relevant personas and just weed out the relevant ones. So I'll just invoke a classifier block here. And whoa, it asks me for what do you need to classify? What are the instructions? In what keys do you want to classify it? And let's just say I'm just too lazy for it. I'll just go in and I'll just type in a prompt. Here I'm simply saying using the title, headline, seniority, employment of the person, I want to classify them into this. I'll just hit generate and it will create a detailed prompt for me in order to classify the right people according to what exactly I'm looking for. So this takes a couple of seconds and it's done. So now it's referred all the information that was coming in as variables, created the classification keys for me. And, in order to just get better accuracy, I can even include reason so that, I can reconcile later. And yes, we're good to go. I'll just hit run for this. So here, you'll see we are essentially making 34 AI calls, but nRev is built for scale. We run everything in parallel in order to ensure that you get the right velocity while building out stuff. So this should be done in a few seconds.
And in the meanwhile, let's also kind of create the filter.
It's all done. So in my dataset, we just added this layer where the class associated with each person is also mapped. And you can see it automatically weeded out a lot of different people, along with giving specific reason why it made that decision. Now, I mean, obviously, it's quite simple. We just have to filter this out.
The classification, by the way, also helps in kind of being very targeted towards the messaging that you have towards different parts of the audience as well. And plus, of course, it helps us kind of remove all the junk from that list.
Yeah, absolutely. So here I'll just say class is not equal to others, and it's done. So as I said, now this is I would say, a very simple workflow that will always ensure I get the right people. But I mean, we're all always, sort of drowning in different tools. And why not we try to build a Slack app out of it? And, just in order to ensure, let's say we create a channel, let all the people in, and they can just type it in free form, find me people at this company, find me people in this company and this country and stuff like that. And the bot automatically wakes up, performs these exact 3 blocks and replies with all the relevant people. So let's give it a
This
shot.
is to, sorry, Aradhya, for interrupting, but yeah, this is to make sure that none of your team members ever have to do this job ever again. So they just kind of type in the account name into one Slack channel and that's it. You always get the right.
Yeah. So On nRev, you get a bunch of connections. You get Slack, Apollo, Salesforce, etc. And obviously, we have a lot more, so we can bring those up on request as well. Anyway, so I'll just invoke a listening node called new channel message, something like that. New message. Yeah, I have it. Yeah. So let's say, I'll connect my Slack account. I'll configure a channel where this will be needed. So all my channels are fetched. I'll just say, okay. Uh, okay, I'm in a lot of channels. I'll just load a few more. Yeah, found it. Perfect. Here I'll also decide that I want to ignore bots because my own bot will be replying there, and we're good. Now I'll just test the step and maybe send a simple message. Find me relevant people in browser stack. So it takes a couple of seconds to just relay the message received on the Slack channel here. Yeah, I have it. So I have the entire payload, and here's my message. And obviously, I don't have to worry about the entire JSON. I'll just drop in a sort of an AI gatekeeper. Our node is called Ask AI. I'll just call it Gatekeeper because people write in free text, and we obviously want to generate configurations for the search people block. So I'll just call it Gatekeeper. Perfect. Yeah. So I'll just write, I just received a message given below. I'll just drop the entire payload. I don't have to worry about it. Your job is to extract the domain name from the message. I can choose from a bunch of models. I'll use a O4 Mini in this case. And then here's the beauty. I can either go for free text, which won't be exactly recommended here. So I'll just go for a structured output, and I'll just say it will return a variable called domain name with domain of the company in abc.com format. Perfect. Yeah, I'll just hit run, and it should be able to carve out the domain name of the company I requested. In the meantime, yeah, let's just check for the output. Yeah, it figured out I had just written browser stack, but it generated into a clean, crisp variable for me. And I can use it for search people now. So I'll just invoke the search people node again here. I'll just refer the domain name directly. I'll just copy the variables and delete this one. Yeah.
By the way, people, I think we'll show that, but everything that Aradhya had typed in into the gatekeeper itself, all the structured input and output, in case you don't like JSONs, are not familiar with it, even that is not necessary. There is a button, Aradhya, if you can show it, like you mentioned for the classifier itself. You just can ask the AI to kind of create that configuration. You have to know nothing about the node. You can just get it configured by AI.
Yeah. So for each configuration, we have a generate with AI button. Feel free to go crazy with it. Generate anything and everything you want. Anyway, so yeah, this is done. I'll just run this classifier, filter out the people, post that. And then in the meantime, I'll just build ahead. So let's say now, given I've sent this message, I want to send the list of people as a reply. So I'll just say send Slack message. Again, choose my account. I'll just select the same channel. By the way, I can even refer the channel as a variable, but it's okay. And we went more. Yeah. And I'll just drop in, let's say, name of the person, first name, last name. In interest of time, I'll just give in the LinkedIn, add the LinkedIn, and let's say their title. By the way, we have dedicated blocks to get their posts, personalized stuff, even waterfall enrichers. But in interest of time, we'll just build the main infrastructure for it. Yeah. So I have all this. I'd like to, let's say, keep my bot a bit fun. So I'll just give it an emoji as a face, as an image, let's say a detective. I'll even ensure that it replies to the exact message. Otherwise, my channel will get crowded. So I'll just refer the message, and then I'll just type in timestamp. And let's just give it a name also. Customer bot username. Let's say person hunter. Anything. Yeah. I think we're good. I'll just hit this filter, and yeah. So from 100, it brought me down to 33 people, and I'll send them on Slack as a reply. Yeah, it's automatically started to reply with all the people. Obviously, on nRev, every message you send is markdown compatible. You can drop in emojis, etc. as well to make it look prettier. But yeah, does the job. If you don't want Slack, by the way, from here, you can even go and write into a bunch of things. I can actually go and write this into a Google Sheet. I can directly, let's say, create emails and ingest them as email drafts. I can write them into my CRMs, etc. as well.